Welcome to Gist Dish TV, your ultimate gist corner. Before we dive into this touching and heart-melting story about one of Nollywood's most respected mothers, I beg make you hit that subscription button, like, comment, and share because today's matter no be scandal, no be fight, no be drama, but something that shocked fans in a completely different way. This story touched hearts, moved souls, and changed the way people see Uche Nancy forever. For the first time in a long time, what trended about her was not drama, not confusion, not online shade, but something deep, emotional, and inspiring. So my people, settle down, because what happened yesterday left the entire internet talking. It all started early yesterday morning around 8 a.m. when a small video clip surfaced online showing Uche Nancy wearing a simple gown, no makeup, no heavy accessories, no production crew behind her, no acting lights, nothing glamorous. She was standing beside her car at a quiet junction, opening the trunk and bringing out packs of food, bottled water, and fruit juice. In the background, you could see a few people slowly gathering around her, street hawkers, elderly women selling small items, young boys pushing wheelbarrows, and even a few mechanic apprentices who looked confused at first. People thought it was an old video, maybe from years back. But within minutes, more videos and pictures followed, posted by fans who happened to be there in person. That was when everyone realized this was happening live. The story quickly spread that Uche Nancy left home very early that morning without her usual entourage or assistants. She drove herself with her boot loaded with food she personally ordered, and she told nobody about it. She didn't post it on her page. She didn't announce it. She didn't call media houses. She didn't inform bloggers. She just went out quietly to bless people on the street. What shocked fans was how genuine everything looked, no camera angles, no directors shouting cut, no sponsored fill, just a woman who wanted to give. One passerby recorded the moment she bent to speak to an elderly woman selling groundnuts by the roadside. Uche Nancy knelt down to the woman's level, held her hand gently, and told her to take a few food packs for herself and for her grandchildren. The woman burst into tears immediately and kept praying for her. That clip alone trended for hours because people could not believe that someone as busy, successful, and constantly dragged as Uche Nancy would humble herself like that, without trying to publicize anything. The way she interacted with the woman looked so natural that even the trolls kept quiet. Around that same time, a bike man approached her timidly, thinking maybe the food was meant for a specific group of people. But she smiled and told him to come closer. She gave him food and water, and as he took it, he told her that he hadn't eaten since morning because he was trying to hustle enough to buy fuel for his bike. Uche Nancy touched his shoulder, blessed him, and even gave him transport money. People around were shocked. As she continued giving out items, a young mother carrying a baby on her back came forward to collect food. She explained that she usually stays at home because she has no support system, but she came out that morning hoping to get something she could resell. Uche Nancy not only gave her food, but also asked someone to help bring out diapers she had kept for distribution. The woman broke down crying, and the baby started crying too, and it turned into a very emotional moment that made everyone watching feel something shift in their chest. My people, before we reach halfway into this gist, I beg make you hit the subscription button if you never do. This platform they bring you stories where they touch heart, scatter mind, and show you the real face of Nollywood beyond the glam. Now, back to the matter. As more videos rolled in, people noticed something else. Uche Nancy was not hurrying. She didn't act like someone doing charity out of obligation. She spoke to every single person. She listened to their stories. She asked questions. She encouraged them. At some point, she sat on a small stool that a local trader offered her. Imagine a big Nollywood producer sitting down on a roadside stool under the sun, smiling, sweating, and distributing food like she had all the time in the world. Nigerians could not believe it. One man who recognized her asked her why she didn't bring cameras so she could show it on her page. Uche Nancy simply smiled and told him that blessings are not meant to be advertised, that she was doing it because she felt led to, that sometimes you do things quietly and let God see it. That part touched many people because they remembered that she has been going through a lot recently: accusations, dragging, misunderstandings, online gossip, jealousy from colleagues, and many unfair rumors. Some fans began to say maybe this was her way of coping, maybe this was her way of refocusing her energy on something positive. Later in the morning, a group of secondary school boys returning from practice gathered around her. Some of them recognized her instantly and started screaming her name. She laughed with them, asked them about school, and told them to collect food. One of them told her he wanted to be an actor, and she promised to remember his face. That moment alone melted the heart of millions of fans who watched the video. People began to praise her online, calling her a mother not only to her biological children but to countless youths in Nollywood and beyond. Even actors who had not spoken publicly about her for months reposted the video with emotional captions. One actress wrote that she remembers how Uche Nancy once paid her transport for weeks when she was just starting out. Another actor wrote that she has been helping people secretly for years, both inside and outside the industry. By afternoon, fans began gathering around her until she had to stop distributing and switch to giving cash because the food finished faster than expected. But even when giving money, she made sure she spoke to everyone. She asked them to use it wisely. She prayed for them. She encouraged them not to lose hope. She told some of them that life can change in one day. At one point, a young boy working at a mechanic shop approached her with shy steps. He told her he needed money to buy tools so he could start working independently because his boss was planning to send him away soon. Uche Nancy listened to him quietly, asked for his name, and then shocked everyone by giving him enough money to buy the main tools he needed. The boy fell on his knees crying. People around shouted and clapped. Even passers-by who didn't know what was happening stopped to watch. By the time she finished, her gown was drenched with sweat, her face looked tired but peaceful, and her voice sounded hoarse from talking for hours. But the smile on her face never left. One woman recorded the moment she sat back in her car and whispered, "Thank you, Lord, for letting me do this today." That part alone made fans emotional. Some said the woman has been misunderstood for too long. Others said this is the Uche Nancy they know. Before I continue, I beg make you hit that subscription button if you never do so that you go they get all our gist as it dey hot. Later in the day, Sonia Uche reacted quietly by reposting a simple quote about kindness and grace. People took that as confirmation that the outreach was not a publicity stunt. Fans praised Sonia for having a mother whose heart is that soft. Some even said this explains why Sonia herself is calm, peaceful, and gentle, because she was raised by someone who values humility over noise. By evening, the videos had already gathered millions of views across platforms. Bloggers began comparing Uche Nancy's outreach to some celebrities who only show up when cameras are on. People praised her genuineness. Even those who once dragged her online were forced to acknowledge that what she did came from a sincere heart. Some fans even said that this act of charity may be connected to a spiritual cleansing or Thanksgiving moment, considering all the challenges surrounding her family recently. As night approached, more testimonies came online. Someone claimed that Uche Nancy had been sponsoring a few widows secretly for years. Another person claimed she once paid hospital bills for a stranger. Someone else said she used to donate clothes to orphanages before she became famous. Stories poured out like water. Things people never knew. Things she never talked about. Things she did quietly. My people, this is the full gist of how Uche Nancy stepped out quietly, humbly, sincerely, and fed people on the street with her own hands. No production crew. No noise. No attention seeking. Just a mother who wanted to touch lives. Drop your thoughts below. What do you think about her outreach? And before you go, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next gist coming your way.